Ghanaians, we are comforted and strengthened by the following words of scripture. And I'm quoting Exodus chapter 14, verse 13. I quote, "And Moses said unto the people, Fear you not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them no more." Bye bye, Mr. President. It is finished.
Another day, our president, Nana Akufo, go to the parliament and have some conversation with the people. So, please, I don't want to waste your time. One of our biggest MP left a higher message, very important message to our president. So, please, I don't want to waste your time. Let's watch that message, or let's watch that video. I want to play that video so that you can watch and if you are comment on the comment section. So let's watch the video.
High youth unemployment, hopelessness, and more. We have come to the end of the road for what has been undoubtedly the worst government under the Fourth Republic. Now, Speaker, this abysmal record was confirmed on December 7th when the people of Ghana returned the most overwhelming and emphatic vote of rejection of any government ever witnessed under the Fourth Republic. Mr. President, you will be remembered as the first president who was cushioned by the IMF when you began, and you are still being cushioned at the end of your term. Mr. President, you left something very important in your account. You left out an account of your promise to God to build him a cathedral. But Mr. President, Mr. President, I will leave that for you, between you and your God. Mr. President, let me remind His Excellency, Honorable Speaker, that his tenure in office will remain a timely reminder of how not to govern a country. But let me also be quick to assure the good people of Ghana that hope is on its way. President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, he can once again gain a brighter future from the throes of despair. Together we will work hard to lift ourselves from this historic low and reclaim our place, our glory as the Black Star of Africa once again. Fellow Ghanaians, we are comforted and strengthened by the following words of scripture. And I'm quoting Exodus chapter 14, verse 13. I quote, "And Moses said unto the people, Fear you not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them no more." Bye bye, Mr. President. It is finished. With that, Mr. Speaker, I thank you very much.
So, the MP said, Mr. President, Mr. President, this is your message. You live for Ghanaians. Mr. President leave a big legacy for Ghanaians. Mr. President open his mouth and tell almost 33 million population that God promised him to bring a cathedral for him. So that's the biggest promise. So there's one question I want to ask, beloved. You see, in this world, I want to tell you something. Before you say something, you have to be very, very, very sure that you're going to deliver the message. If you don't deliver the message, people will mock you. You see, the majority leader, Afanyomake, was in parliament, and I saw his face. I don't know how he can take it. You see, I can tell you that anything have a start. It also must be ended. So I want to tell you something. So I want to ask something. Beloved, just put this comment on the comment section. I don't understand. Mr. President, when you were in parliament, how do you feel? How do you feel? A whole lot of promises upon promises. How do you feel? And maybe people will think that, oh, black man, you don't know what you are saying. He already got what he's got. You see, the most important thing in this world is a legacy. When you leave a legacy, nobody will forget you. So, when you get to the parliament, Mr. President, how do you feel? How do you feel? Afanyomake, how do you feel? You see, this message this MP gave, there's one particular verse he quote from the Bible. There's one particular verse I like from there. He said, Muslim people, we call Egyptian. Those Israelis you see today, you may not see them anymore. He said, that was most important message. We have to be very careful. If you are dealing with people, if you need power, in terms of if you need power. I'm telling you today, I was very shocked that people can even say their mind in front of Mr. President. Just come on, MP. That quotation, he said, Egyptian, Muslim people, those Israelis, you see them today, you may not see them anymore again. This one tells you that, Mr. President, yesterday you are president, and last 4 years you are still president, and last 8 years ago, 2017, 16, 17, you are president. But that president you call you as a people call you as a president, you may no more president again. The only thing they can call you a former president. So that's how it is. So I want to tell you that anything you want to deal with more people, you have to be very careful with people you deal with. And he said, Mr. President, bye-bye. With your big legacy, with your heavy legacy you leave for Ghana. Fear, Nigerian people say, fear not catch you. You stay in front of them. You promise, God promise, you're going to bring cathedral to them. And you spend $50 million with cathedral. And what we see is a man who's swimming pool, Mr. President. You see? He said, those Ghanaians, they call you Mr. President. They cannot call you Mr. President again. And I think last 4 years, 8 years ago, when you go with more convoy, with more security, the security they will reduce the security to just one security, Mr. President. And even if cannot take, something must happen. You can never have that security on your life again. So that's how it is. And it's already happened. There's nothing we can even tell anybody again. That quotation, anybody if you are watching me, you have to go and read that quotation. This one tells you something that Charlie, share the video. I cannot say anything again. Akufo Addo, I don't know, Mr. President. You are no more Mr. President again. That's what I can say. That's how.